Hello everyone, welcome to Car Spotter Belgium. I'm Thibaut and today we have the Cupra Born. This one is the eBoost, which is the most powerful version. It delivers 231 horsepower and 310 Newton meters of torque to the rear wheels, which make this EV really fun to drive. I will discuss that later on in the video when I take you for a drive. But first, I will show you a bit more about the car itself. This one is painted in Relay Red, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And in combination with this color you get these bronze details, which of course is the element of Cupra, so the element color for Cupra, as you can see at the bronze logos. So a really nice color combination for this Cupra Born. We also have these 20-inch wheels. They are called Firestorm Glossy Black and Sports Black. That's of course the name Cupra gave them. It's a really strange design maybe. You got this sort of disc which is worked in the rims. These wheels cost an extra 2,200 euros, but I think it is a stunning rim and it just suits the car perfectly. So at the back you got a rear light which goes from the left to the right. Really good looking design. You of course also got this diffuser which got some fins in it, and it is painted in the Relay Red. Furthermore, nothing too special here. I just wanted to show you the design of this car. It of course looks similar to the Volkswagen ID.3, that's because they share the same platform. So when we take a look at the interior, we of course see the bronze details coming back, and of course these very sportive seats. So they are called Dynamica Grey bucket seats, and of course also some bronze details in the stitching and at the seat itself. So very nice. Also the Cupra logos on the headrests. Very clean and sportive interior. So at the back seats, of course, enough leg room, no problem whatsoever. Also enough headroom. And then we see the same pattern coming back on the rear seat. So very nice bronze little dots in here. You got a armrest with two cup holders and a ski hatch, which gives you direct entrance to the trunk. So very handy. And then we have this weird little gap here in the middle seat. I don't think it is supposed to be a seating position because you don't got any seat belt here. But if you do know the function of this weird little gap here, please let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious. So a bit more about the infotainment screen. So we of course have two screens here, one little one behind the steering wheel, which is of course your speedometer, and it gives a little bit more information while driving. It is a high quality screen. It shows a little image about Born here. So it is little, but it gives the information you need while driving. And then we of course also have the main screen here, which is a lot bigger, and it is a very good system. You got of course a lot more settings here and applications, and it is not lagging or anything. It just does what it needs. So it is a really good system. And then we can also see the statistics about this car. These functions are only available when the car is turned on, and that leads me to the next point, because this car does have a starting button on the steering column, which is here, but you don't actually need that. So when you have the key with you, you just lay it wherever you want, and this car has a butt starting sensor in the seat underneath me, and the only thing you actually need to do then is pressing the brake and the car will automatically start. So you don't need to push any button in here to start the car. You just take place in the driver's seat and you press the brake and the car will automatically start. So driving wise, it is a really good car, really smooth, everything. It does have some driving modes. We are now currently in comfort, which is of course the most daily friendly driving mode there is, and due to these buttons you can change it. So you got a performance, which is of course the most aggressive setting. It is a really quick car, I need to say. So it has 231 horsepower delivered to the rear wheels, which makes it really playable, and it can manage the 0 to 100 in about 6.6 seconds, and it's a really spacious room here. So I will now accelerate. Not going to drive harder, but as you can see, it is quite quick. So 6.6 seconds from 0 to 100 for an EV of this class, not that bad. And you also have some other modes like Cupra, probably also a more sportive setting, individual and range. So range is, as it already suggests, it will use a little bit less, so it is not as powerful. Of course, more than enough, but it will try to do the maximum of its range. And that leads me to the point that this one is the extended one. So it has the battery of 77 kilowatt hours instead of 55, I guess. That's the basic one. So there are two batteries available. This one has the extended one, and it can do around 550, so that's the maximum range they gave it, and it will between 400, that's when you push it really hard. It will do a minimum of 400 and a maximum of 550, so depending on your driving style, it will between those two numbers. Of course, every car also has its disadvantages, and the ones I have noticed are a little bit about these buttons here. Maybe it is a little bit personal, I don't know, but these are actually not physical buttons. They are touch buttons. So when you push them, it gives a little vibration feeling, a little bit the same like the old iPhone 7, so the home button that is not a physical button, but it gives a little vibration when you push it. Those are the same. They do react quite good, although the volume button, I'm not a huge fan of the scrolling motion that you need to do, but it is not bad, okay? It is acceptable. Maybe it is personal, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. And then you also have the buttons here, so for the temperature and the volume. Also, this one is a scrolling touch button, and the temperature is also a little bit the same, also pushable. But the most annoying thing, and that's a little bit of a disadvantage, is that those are not illuminated. So that means that at the evening, when you want to set the temperature a little bit higher or lower, or want to change the volume, you are just trying to do that because you don't really see where you need to push. So maybe when you drive the car a little bit longer over the time, you will know it a little bit where they exactly are. But in my case, I was just trying to change the volume or the temperature, and it is not that easy. So that's a little bit of a disadvantage. But furthermore, yeah, it is a really good car. And the last thing I need to discuss is about the price. So this Cupra Born with the eBoost and the extended battery pack starts at a basic price of 46,950 euros here in Belgium, and seen on the price and quality, I need to say it is a really good car. So this is a very comfortable car, and seen about the functions, it is really good car. So this is everything I wanted to tell you about this Cupra Born. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more car videos in the future, make sure to subscribe to my channel. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!